Welcome to week 2. This is Professor Davis speaking to you from my homemade studio here in my dining room at home. And hope that you don't mind a little selfie from me for a few moments, talking a little bit about what we'll be doing in week 2. So this particular week, we deal with the topic of developing marketing strategy. It's kind of an overview chapter of really what we'll be studying for the entire semester. And there's a model in chapter 2 that's kind of a pyramid laid on its side that really captures the key elements that we'll be studying this particular semester. So hope you'll enjoy chapter 2, and I hope you'll work with those particular concepts. Again, as we did last week, when you look at your weekly module folder for week 2, you'll find that reading and studying chapter 2, completing a discussion question for the module is a component of it, as well as doing your Practice Connect quiz for chapter 2 as well. A couple other components of week 2 rather. One is, I think it's time for us to start on our course project, which is the course blogging project. And I'm excited about trying this. I've not done this with an online class like this before, so it'll be a little bit of an experiment, but I think it'll work well. I think it'll give you a chance to show me something about you and your study of marketing and what your interests are, and to help personalize the course for you as we move through it. The idea is simply for you to choose, pick out, discover some particular key concepts in marketing that may be of interest to you, that you want to do a little investigation of and you want to write about. It's in essence writing in a journal. It's a journal for this class. That's when you read blogs online, that's exactly what you're reading. Ideas from people, thoughts from people about particular things that they want to share. And so that's what I'm going to ask you to do as well. And those ideas, those points can come from just about any particular source. Certainly they can come from the book. Certainly they can come from our Facebook page. If you haven't considered that, you might want to. I put up an article recently about the Finish Line. It's a retail business most of you probably have some familiarity with. It's an Indiana-based company. It's done extremely well, but it's also running into some issues, and some of those issues are marketing related. So I attempt to put up every week a few of those kinds of articles that give us kind of a practical application of a concept, something that's going on in the real world right now, that's a business and marketing story that you see in the Wall Street Journal and all kinds of other trade publications, that kind of thing like that. And so I think for me at least, I've always enjoyed looking at what I'm studying and then how does it relate to the actual business world, and that's part of what you can do. Another source for these particular ideas may just come from your own personal lives, from certainly today's social media provides us with a means of talking with and seeing and understanding a variety of other kinds of people and organizations and things and so on. And certainly businesses and other organizations, for the most part, have just fallen in love with social media because it gives them a chance to connect with people, to connect with customers, to deepen relationships, to build relationships, to share information, to do all kinds of things to help create and keep a customer. And so for you, as you think about the different programs, platforms that you use, there's probably a number of marketing applications that are there that you might want to consider, think about, and then write about. For me personally, I'm a big Twitter fan, and there are a number of people and organizations that I like to follow that are very much business oriented, especially marketing oriented, and it helps me to see what others are thinking and writing about, and I'm always interested in those organizations that are talking about the application of key ideas related to marketing. So I follow a number of organizations. There's one called Content Marketing, which I enjoy reading about. Content marketing, I'm not even sure is a term that is used in our textbook, but it is a key term in the marketing world today. Social Media Today is another organization that I follow. B2B Marketing is another group that I like to follow. Forbes, the Wall Street Journal, Ad Age, all of those kinds of organizations I have an interest in as well. So use your social media contacts as well to help you to identify some of these concepts if you would like to use those. But the point is, it's time to get started. I'd like for you to try to make that first blog post this week. We'll do a number of blog posts almost about every week. And so what we will do, of course, is to learn. The first couple of blog posts will help us to kind of get a real hold on the concept if this is something that doesn't seem to click in your mind of what we're doing and how we're doing it. I would also say, certainly let me know anytime you'd like to check out an idea or you need clarification on something of that nature. Please contact me. And of course, we have the Ask Your Professor discussion board. You can certainly email me directly, however you would like to do that. But I'd like to be your resource as well, obviously, to help you as much as I can. If this is a concept, an idea, a project that's a little bit difficult to get started with. So our course blogging project, let's get it started this week. Next item I'd like to talk to you about quickly is the Research Experience Program, REP. There is a link on our Blackboard page about it. It's a program that we are incorporating into all of our Marketing 300 courses. That's the on-campus courses, and that's any online course as well. And in essence, this is a fairly common kind of arrangement done on academic campuses. Typically, it's put together by the psychology department and the marketing department, and it deals with a means by which we can help our students to learn more about research and the role that research plays in our professional fields. Psychology is one of those fields that has a great foundation for marketers. And as a result, and for psychologists, then marketing becomes a real application of those human principles that they study and teach about as well. But the point is, what we'll ask you to do is to register for the program. First, how do you do that? Well, there's a website on the Ball State homepage, and there's information on Blackboard about how to access that homepage. And then what you will do is register for the program, put some information in about yourself, and make sure to identify yourself as a Marketing 300 student, an online student. And then that registration should be completed by a week from tomorrow, a week from Monday. Please try to get your registration done by January 25th. A good incentive is, if you do it by the 25th, you'll earn one of the 3 points that you need to complete this particular requirement. So January 25th will get you that first of 3 points that you need. You'll gain the other 2 points that you need for this program by participating in I think it's at least 2 studies that will be going on during the semester. And that participation is done online. They'll give you the information about where to go for this particular study, when to do it, what the study is about, and that type of thing like that. So you'll see that, okay, I'm going to participate in a study about this, whatever the subject may be. It may be something of interest to you. I hope it is, or it may not necessarily be, but it's subject that you would like to use as one of your points for the REP program. The REP program is administered by the Department of Marketing and not by individual professors. You'll find a little disclaimer in the information on Blackboard that says, this is something you work out with the people at the department level, not your professor. So I don't keep any records. I don't do anything with registration. They do all of that. So the REP program, again, this week, what should we do? Register for it and get ourselves prepared to consider when new studies become available, what studies we would like to participate in. So week 2, here we go. It's time to do chapter 2. It's time to do the second discussion question for the module. This one is related to the definition of marketing. There is an article on our class Facebook page. It's a blog article written by Heidi Cohen a few years ago, just looking into the definition of marketing. And the definition of marketing is one that, because of the breadth of the field, it's sometimes very difficult to provide an exhaustive kind of definition. But at the same time, what we also want to do is to ensure that we don't limit ourselves to what marketing is. So we'll take a look at that, read that article, look at those definitions, and then what I've asked you to do in your discussion board for Module 2 is simply to discuss your definition, what you've learned from looking at the definitions of marketing, and how you see it yourself today. And then, of course, next thing is your practice question. Your practice quiz on Connect. And that's, we'll do those each week. Third thing is your course blogging project. You want to make sure that you get started with that. And then the final thing is the REP program and getting registered for that program as well. So I hope it's been a good first week for you. I hope it'll be a great second week for you. I look forward to reading your material this week. I'll certainly get started now that the first week is up, looking at your discussion board post and things of that nature. And so you'll start to receive some feedback from me with that as well. So have a great week. I look forward to hearing from you. Best wishes.